Not very informative answers, are they? Smiled Madame Midorikawa. So what are you so deep in thought about? Surely you're not worried now that you're on guard here. Oh, you're still talking about that silly wager? Said Akechi, finally lifting his head to look at her as he took up the challenge of the beautiful woman. You're hoping I'll lose, and that poor girl will be kidnapped, right? Oh, how could you say such a thing? That I would wish such a terrible tragedy on Mr. Iwase. I'm just worried about her. So tell me, what did the telegram say? Just to be careful at midnight, he explained as if he found it humorous. He glanced at the clock on the mantel. It read 10:50. Still little over an hour, and I'm sure you'll sit here the whole time. Won't you be bored? No, not at all. I'm enjoying myself. If I weren't a detective, how many times in my life would I be able to enjoy such dramatic moments? But you must be tired, Madame Midorikawa. Please, take your rest. My, selfish, aren't we? I'm enjoying myself perhaps even more than you. Women just love wagers. May I stay here with you? Although I'm sure I'm a bother to you. Still talking about that wager? As you wish. The unlikely couple sat silently for a while facing each other, and then Madame Midorikawa noticed a pack of playing cards on the desk. She proposed a game to fight off sleepiness, and when Akechi agreed, they began a strange game of cards while waiting for the midnight caller. It was a very long hour indeed, precisely because it was so threatening, but thanks to the cards, it seemed to pass fairly quickly. Of course, throughout their gaming, Akechi never failed to look into the bedroom through the open door, noting that the window remained perfectly normal, and if the kidnapper was to enter the bedroom, the window was the only route left open. Let's stop, shall we? It's 5 to 12 now, suggested Madame Midorikawa, with an irritated expression showing she could play cards no longer. Still 5 minutes. We have time for another hand. And if we keep playing, I've no doubt that midnight will pass with nothing untoward happening, drawled Akechi, inviting her as he shuffled. Oh, stop that. You mustn't slight the kidnapper. As I said before, I don't think that this person will break that promise. I'm sure, even now. Her face was tense, taut. Madame Midorikawa, you mustn't get so nervous, laughed Akechi. Where in the world is this mysterious kidnapper going to enter from? At his words, she lifted her hand and pointed at the room entrance. Ah, the front door. Well then, to set you at ease, why don't I just lock it? He rose and walked over to lock it securely with the key he had received from Iwase. There. Unless they break down the door, no one will be able to approach Sanai's bedroom. As you know, there is no way in except through this room. Madame Midorikawa, like a child terrified by a ghost story, raised her hand again to point at the window shadowed in the gloomy bedroom. Ah, the window. So you suggest the kidnapper could enter the courtyard and use a ladder? But the window is securely locked from the inside, and even assuming the criminal should break the glass and enter, I can see the window quite well from here. And in that event, you would be able to witness my ability at shooting a pistol. As he spoke, he tapped his right-hand pocket meaningfully. A small pistol was hidden there. Sanai is sleeping so peacefully, unaware of what's happening, said Madame Midorikawa, peering quietly into the bedroom. But why doesn't Mr. Iwase wake up? He's far too unconcerned for my taste. He mentioned that they both take sleeping draughts every night before retiring. They must be worn out by the fear of that terrible note. My goodness, there's only 1 minute left. Akechi-san, are you sure everything's all right? She stood, voice quavering. Yes, everything's just fine. Absolutely nothing will